there should be fair application of the rules. Kung atin pong bibigyan ng parliamentary courtesy ang ating Pangulo, dapat ganun din ang ating Vice Presidente. Otherwise, we do not accord both offices. Dapat po ganun lang. Hindi po dapat selective ang ating aplikasyon ng tradisyon na yon.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we terminate consideration of
Mr. Chair, we object because for the reason that
subject to
we have
the clarification,
Minority Leader finish his motion.
subject to the clarification and questioning of 3 members of the House after the motion is approved. In other words, they still have time because 3 of them manifested that they will be asking questions to the office of the President. So subject to those 3 members of the minority, Congresswoman Rene, Congressman Tino, and the clarificatory question also from the Honorable Laila de Lima, I move that we terminate the consideration of the budget of the office of the President.
I second the motion.
I second the motion.
There is a motion and duly seconded.
Objection.
There's an objection.
Mr. Chair, may I be allowed to explain my objection?
Please proceed.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, now of all times is not the time for parliamentary courtesy, but for full transparency in the budget process, especially for the budget of the Office of the President. No? Sinimulan po ng Presidente sa kanyang SONA ang, sabi niya, paglaban sa corruption at pagreforma sa proseso ng pagbabudget. Nagbanta pa nga siya na handa daw siyang magkaroon ng reenacted budget, no, kung hindi babaguhin ang proseso ng pagbabudget. So bakit ngayon ay pinipigilan natin ang pagbulatlat sa buong budget ng Office of the President, no? Napakarami pong mga tanong na kailangang sagutin ng Office of the President mismo. Dapat ng Presidente mismo. Kaya lang, the closest we can get here is the Executive Secretary. Kaya hindi po, kahit sabihin po, sa plenaryo nyo na lang tanungin, dito lang po tayo magkakaroon ng pagkakataon at maririnig ng publiko ang direktang pagsagot ng Office of the President mismo through the Executive Secretary. No? At napakarami pong mga issue na dapat i-raise, na humihingi ng kasagutan. Unang-una na sa budget mismo ng Presidente, yung confidential and intelligence funds. 4.5 billion pesos po ang nasa budget ng confidential and intelligence funds ng Presidente. Binulatlat po, alam natin lahat, ang confidential funds ng Vice President at nakita natin doon, Mary Grace Piatos, no, mga peking resibo. No, kailangan pong makita rin at marinig ng taong bayan kung baka meron ding Mary Grace Piatos ang confidential and intelligence funds ng Office of the President. Kung wala, di dapat walang ikatakot sa pagtatanong. No? Pangalawa, narito po ang NTF-ELCAC at napakarami po nating issue at ang mamamayan ay may maraming issue sa NTF-ELCAC. Human rights violations, nagpapatuloy na human rights violations. Kasama na yung tuloy-tuloy na red tagging pa rin ng NTF-ELCAC sa kabila ng Supreme Court decision na nagsasabing mali yan at dapat itigil. No, ang nagpapatuloy ng mga extrajudicial killings, pagtakip sa mga aktivista at mamamayan, mga violations of our IHL law, kasama na dyan yung pagbobomba sa mga civilian communities at pandarahas, no, violations of ordre combat, no, yung mga hindi na nakakalaban na mga rebelde, no? Nandiyan din ang mga tanong kaugnay halimbawa sa President Social Fund. Off budget po ito pero 7 billion pesos po ito. No, kailangan ding makahingi tayo ng paliwanag kung paano ito ginagastos. ng presidente mismo. At higit sa lahat po, kailangan pong sagutin ng presidente at harapin ang sarili niyang responsibilidad sa kasalukuyang issue ng malawakang corruption sa flood control, no? Sinertify as urgent po ni Pangulong Marcos ang tatlong budget sa ilalim ng kanyang termino, no? 2023, 2024, 2025. Dahil dito, pinirmahan din niya ang mga GAA, no? Sa mga budget na ito, umaabot sa walang kapantay na 1 trillion pesos halos ang pondo na binuhos sa flood control projects. Ito ngayon, 1 trillion pesos, no? 2 beses na mas malaki kaysa sa kabuuang binuhos ng 6 na taon ng Duterte administration, 6 na beses na mas malaki kaysa sa inilaan para sa flood control ng nakaraang Aquino administration. Kaya po kung may walang kapantay na pandarambo ngayon na nagaganap sa flood control, ito ay dahil sa walang kapantay ang pondong ibinuhos sa flood control projects ng Marcos Jr. administration, no? At totoo ang malaki ang responsibilidad ng Kongreso, House and Senate sa mga insertions ng flood control projects. Pero yung corruption po ay nagaganap sa execution ng budget, sa pagpapatupad ng budget. Executive po ang nag-award ng mga kontrata sa mga kontraktor. Sila po ang nagbabayad sa mga kontraktor kahit pa may ghost project yan. No, kaya po nasa kapangyarihan, responsibilidad ng presidente na bantayan at pigilan ito. Kaya kailangan po itanong natin, ano ba ang ginawa nyo para mapigilan ang nakikita natin ngayon, pambihirang pandarambong na nagaganap sa ngalan ng flood control projects, no? Kaya po, as a last point, Mr. Chair, kaya po tayo tumututol, the parliamentary courtesy that is being extended now is simply a courtesy, no? Ibig sabihin nun, pwede pong i-waive ng Office of the President ang courtesy na ito at pwede niyang piliin na sagutin ang mga katanungan katulad ng mga katanungang nabanggit ko. Kaya dahil po dyan, mariing tumututol po tayo sa motion na i-terminate at pigilan na ang interpellation ng budget ng Office of the President. Maraming salamat.
Mr. Chairman,
Thank you very much, DML
Mr. Chairman,
Tino. I will now
Mr. Chairman,
recognize on the part of the majority, Deputy Speaker D. Please proceed.
Mr. Chair, on the part of the majority, in line with the long-standing tradition of extending institutional courtesy to the office of the President, I move to terminate the budget deliberations on the proposed budget of the office of the President without prejudice to the Constitution, to the constitutional authority of Congress to review, amend, or deny any item in the General Appropriation Bill. So I move.
Second the motion,
Mr. Chair, I
So
object.
there is a motion on
Mr. Chair,
the
since there is
majority.
objection on the
Mr. Chair.
table,
Seconded.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
And
Point of order, Mr. Chair.
yes, the Honorable
It is,
Mercado.
With due respect to everybody, it is in our rules, Mr. Chairman, that we have to have a process, a procedure. This is a budgetary hearing. And we have a procedure that that we have to comply. The first to ask or interpolate is the minority. The second is the independent, and the last will be the majority. I therefore claim that rule on procedure that we have for purposes of orderly discussion. We have to be mindful of our rules and implement this rule, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman,
The
Mr. Chairman,
manifestation of the Honorable Mercado is well
Yes.
taken, but we have a pending motion
yes.
Move for the previous question, Mr. Chairman. Let's resolve it.
The point
Mr.
of
Chair.
order is not taken because we have a pending motion, and this is part of our rules.
Mr.
We shall
Chair,
now-
if I may just discuss on also a point of order, because there is an objection to the
Mr. Chair,
motion,
we should
and we
first
already
rule on the
discussed po
standing
the
motion
content
before
of the
entertaining
objection.
any other motions or questions. Let's rule first on the standing motion.
So there is a motion on part of the minority and the majority duly seconded, and there is an objection. We will now vote on the motion.
Point of order, Mr.
So,
Chairman.
Secretariat, please count the
What will
votes
happen
by
to
our members.
our
Voting is ongoing,
Madam Chair,
Honorable Mercado.
Madam Chair, just a manifestation
We
Yes,
will proceed.
before the voting
Mag-
proceeds.
Mag-proceed muna tayo sa voting, then we will hear your
Okay.
manifestation. Voting will proceed. Please raise your hands, those that are in favor of the motion. Motion to terminate the budget hearing of the Office of the President. Please raise your hands. In favor. So the vote on the affirmative is 56. Those that are not in favor of the motion, please raise your hands. Okay, so 56 in the affirmative, 5 in the negative. The motion is carried.
Just a manifestation, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair. If I may be accorded to make a manifestation.
The committee hereby terminates the budget hearing on the proposed budget of the Office of the President
Madam
in
Chair,
observance of the institutional courtesy and without prejudice to the constitutional authority of Congress over the General Appropriations Bill.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
Madam Chair.
my
We
motion
now
was
recognize the,
to allow 3 members of the minority to
Yes.
make their clarificatory
yes,
questions.
we will go to that, Minority Leader.
Thank you very much,
We
Mr.
first
Chair.
recognize the Honorable Marcoleta.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Gusto ko rin po sanang pagbigyan ang mungkahi ng ating naig naman yung pong ating pag-extend ng parliamentary courtesy sa ating Pangulo. Maganda po sana yon kung meron po tayong patas na aplikasyon ng tradisyon na ito. But let me just refresh the memory of our colleagues here. For 2 consecutive years, we have broken that tradition of parliamentary courtesy nung atin pong we have tremendously scrutinized the OBP budget. Ngayon, sabi po nga po ng ating colleague na si Congressman Tino ng DBCC budget hearing, what is sauce for the gander should be sauce for the goose. Sabi po ni, I have to acknowledge Representative Kimbo also, sinabi niya sa akin kanina yon. There should be fair application of the rules. Kung atin pong bibigyan ng parliamentary courtesy ang ating Pangulo, dapat ganun din ang ating Vice Presidente. Otherwise, we do not accord both offices. Dapat po ganun lang. Hindi po dapat selective ang ating aplikasyon ng tradisyon na yon. Yun lang po, salamat po.